I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, really breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I was 6 feet under.
You know, we've been getting a little anxious.
A little anxious.
Yeah, about wanting to kind of have this whole COVID thing over with.
Want to get it over and done with.
You know, they want this the guidelines to be changed.
Yep.
You just kind of want to be finished.
Yep. Just want to end it all. You know, just
And
get it
move
done.
on, go back to something normal.
Oh, the
A
normal
semblance of normalcy where
it'd be so nice.
where you're not having people stare at you as you walk into a place without wearing a mask.
Right. Well, because that's what they do anyway.
I know, but I'm saying it would be nice to go back to that point where we don't have to do that anymore.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I watched shows and movies and stuff from even just a year ago, 2 years ago, and I'm like,
Oh, those were the days.
remember the days when you didn't have to wear a mask, where you didn't have to do this stupid stuff?
Do you remember a time?
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Well, the CDC does too.
They do, and I'm proud of them. So just as
What? Wait, hold on.
we figured that being a Friday
Yeah.
to start your weekend off right,
Yeah, you got to know.
we should let you know some fantastic news that the CDC has indeed changed their guidelines as
Yeah.
far as COVID goes.
Yeah.
No, they've changed them.
They definitely have.
This is fantastic. This is a long time coming. It has been a long year, guys.
It really has.
We are so tired.
It's only March, but it's definitely already been.
No,
a
but I'm
long
talking
year.
about even all the last year.
Oh well, that
It's
was
been
definitely
so long.
Ooh, was it long?
The U.S. Center for Disease Control has changed its guidelines. I love it. I just saying that just gives me a
That
tingle.
is so good.
It's about daggone time.
Yes.
They've changed the guidelines to allow the Biden administration to house migrant children that cross the U.S. border illegally in shelters at 100% capacity.
I'm sorry. What?
Well, they've changed their guidelines. It's great news. This is fantastic.
But you said something after
They did.
that.
They changed. They changed the guidelines to allow the Biden administration to house migrant children who cross the U.S. border illegally to be sheltered or in these shelters at a 100% capacity.
No. No.
What do you mean no?
No.
But this is the start. This is a beginning. They can now be at 100%. There's no social distancing. There's nothing. It's
Yeah.
The CDC has changed the guidelines now for these illegal children. Just for these children. Previously, the CDC required that temporary housing shelters used by the federal government to house unaccompanied minors to be filled at only 50% capacity as a COVID-19 safety protocol. But Axios reported Friday that the CDC lifted this requirement as the Biden administration faces a crisis at the U.S. southern border.
So you're keeping kids in cages.
Well, yeah. Well, and here's my thing is if you really cared about these people, why is it that you decide to stop following or literally have the guidelines changed just for that situation?
Why'd you stop the law?
Yeah, I thought this was real. I thought that this was a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Oh, it must not be a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
No, it must not be a big deal as they say it is, because if it was, then okay, let me board it like this.
Okay.
If you can change it that fast, that willy-nilly, that higgledy-piggledy,
Yeah.
for these illegal immigrant children, then what is stopping you from doing it for the rest of the country? Because here's the deal. We mentioned this last week.
Sure, yeah.
There's a story where they are officially sending these children, once they get in processed and whatnot, to their family members in the U.S. They're not sending them back to their country of origin. They're sending them to their families in the U.S. So that means that if COVID is as bad as you say it is, and is this horrible, deadly virus that is wiping people
terrible.
out by the tens of thousands a day and blah,
No good,
blah, blah,
very
blah,
bad things. Yeah.
then you're subjecting all of these children
Yeah.
to be exposed to it, and then you're going to send them out into the country to be exposed there as well.
Into the world, in fact. Yeah. That's kind of what you do there.
What happened? What about saving the life of one child?
Well, if it just saves one life.
Apparently, it doesn't. They don't care about that.
Well,
they
that's the
care
thing.
about children, but they don't care about children enough to keep them away. In these situations.
Well, it's instead of if it saves one life, it will save only one life.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's a slight I don't know how much of a risk it would be, but my brain says that there's also the risk that, let's say that they do this and one of these unaccompanied minors do end up going back to their home of origin and they're COVID positive. Now you've taken that and sent it
To another country.
to another country.
That is technically terrorism.
Well, yeah, and then let's say that other country finds out and says, hey, you did not take care of this child properly, and you have now exposed our nation to this stuff even more, and they might get a little upset about that.
It might. I would be miffed.
Just a tad.
Just a smidge.
Just
A smidge.
teensy
little
weensy
tiny bit.
But yeah, the situation at the border is not good at all. President Joe Biden reversed Donald Trump's COVID-19 pandemic policy of turning immigrants away at the border.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was. Trump was telling people, look, don't be coming in here. Just don't.
Yep. If you want to come here legally.
Yeah,
If you
come
don't
here
wanna
legally. That way we could check everything, but we're not going to just let you in. We've got
Right.
enough crap we're dealing with right now. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Uh,
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, President Biden has decided that that's not the smartest thing to do.
That's not.
No.
The okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, the okay, I love you, bye-byes is not the smart thing to
That's not a good thing.
do. Nope.
Because I thought it was a good thing.
I thought so too, but apparently it's not.
Oh, well, then again, this is also coming from President
Joe Biden. Yeah,
Joe Biden. Lump in the swamp.
Yes. An average of 321 unaccompanied children are arriving at the southern border every single day.
Averaged?
Average.
Wow.
The children taken into custody by the federal government can either be housed at facilities operated by the Department of Health and Human Services or by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. Mm-hmm. The Department of Health and Human Services has called for 20,000 additional beds to accommodate the expected number of migrants arriving in the next few months.
Okay.
And the facilities operated by the CBP, are currently, quote, operating significantly above COVID-19 capacities, end quote.
No.
Yes, and so because they're doing that and they're just letting anybody in, they have to turn around and change the guidelines now. So there you go.
So because you're letting everyone in,
Yeah.
where in a country that currently is set up to where nobody can go do anything, you're letting hundreds of thousands of people across the border at all times.
Yep.
And everything's shut down or reduced to at least half capacity, if not a third capacity. The CDC has now said that at least for the Joe Biden administration,
Yeah.
not for anybody else around
Not for
America,
anybody else.
but at least for the Joe Biden administration, we can, we can relax that standard.
Well, again, for
Because
everyone
that
else,
standard is where we can stop.
Not
That's
for
the-
us. Not for America. Not for anything like that. It's just for these migrant children.
Just for them.
Just for them. Just for them. So, congratulations. I mean, it's progress, right?
Is this like a hair club, just for men?
Kevin Hutchins over on Twitter. The refugee camps must be at 100% capacity, so we have more people to spread COVID and get those numbers back up to the proper dem panic levels. Sorry, he changed it.
Oh, got it.
A dem panic instead of a pandemic.
Yeah, dem panics.
Get it?
Well, they don't panic. They're trying to force you to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna become very agitated.
Remember, don't panic. Always have your towel.
Always have your towel.
Don't panic.
And don't panic.
And remember to have a good thumb.
Oh, yeah, the thumb is the key. If you don't have any of that right, then
If you don't have the thumb right, then
if you don't do that, you're pretty much screwed. Pretty
you
much
really are.
screwed.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
So there you go.
Uh-huh.
Yay, at the border.
CDC is doing stupid things. So speaking of stupid things,
Oh, good. We're gonna just keep this little train rolling.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep the same train rolling there. So we're good for police officers. We like the police officers.
Mm-hmm. We do.
They're good peoples.
We do.
We believe that they're actual 99.99995% of those police officers are trying to do good, and they're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, even if they are misguided in some instances,
Right.
they're
Okay. Yeah.
fed a line of stuff,
Yeah.
and blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
There's a lot of people that they do talk bad about the cops.
No.
Yeah.
What?
They're
In America today? No.
Yes. Well, they do.
No. Stop it.
See, and in Kentucky, they don't like that.
Oh, they're not a fan of the talking.
They
bad
don't like
about-
the bad talks.
They don't like the harsh words.
They don't. Yeah, the mean words to the police officers. Not a fan. Not a good thing for them. So,
Okay.
Kentucky Senate committee has advanced a bill that would make it a crime for people to insult a police officer to the point where it causes a violent response. You see, that's really subjective.
It's a really slippery slope.
And that's very
Dangerous.
Very, very dangerous.
That's
and
very dangerous.
Incredibly subjective. This is not the right thing for anybody to be doing. The bill advanced on out of the committee Thursday at a 7-3 vote. Was sponsored by Senator Danny Carroll.
Okay.
Is a retired police officer who says that something needs to be done to prevent the escalation of riotous behavior.
Again, define riotous behavior.
Right, and the escalation of such. Quote, in these riots, you see people getting up in officers' faces, yelling in their ears, doing everything they can to provoke a violent response. I'm not saying the officers the officers do that, but there has to be a provision within the statute that allows officers to react.
Why?
Because that does nothing but incite those around the vicinity, and it furthers and escalates the riotous behavior.
Again, this is dangerous
It's very dangerous.
because
If the guys literally aren't doing, like, I get it. You're in their face.
yeah,
Personal bubbles. I get it. Yeah, right there. I'm right there.
it hinges them from being able to respond and
Is it
whatnot.
nice?
No, I got that.
Is it nice?
No,
But
it's
is
not.
it their right?
Yeah,
As long as they don't do anything violent
as long
themselves.
as they don't touch them.
No.
That's
As long as they don't do anything violent themselves.
But that's what I mean.
You can personally.
No, I mean
like,
even the.
I mean at any point in
No,
time.
but I'm coming from the angle of the people doing the screaming.
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
get up in their face. You get all in their bubble.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you touch them, that's
It's
when
done.
there's a problem.
Yep. The moment
and we have
the
provisions
moment
for
that goes.
Yes.
It doesn't even matter how hard that.
Yep.
Boom. You're
done.
immediately done.
It's assault at that point, and you're done.
Yep.
That's already in place.
We know this.
It's already in place.
This is fine.
What you're asking here is
You're asking for the cops
Such
to
a
be allowed.
slippery-
You're
oh,
asking
God.
for police officers to be allowed to arrest people for speech they don't like.
or at the very least be able to retaliate. And the whole point of being able to, the reason they don't retaliate about it and
Because they are
punch
supposed
somebody,
to be enforcing the law.
yes, not their emotions in that moment.
Right. And I understand nobody's that stoic to where they can't, that where eventually you're not going to be able to control yourself. I get it.
But
But as a police officer, I believe they've been trained to resist that.
yeah, they kind of get put through the ringer a little bit.
Let's see. Adam W. Johnson over on the Twitters has it right there. He says, I'm an ex-cop, and I say that is stupid. There is some higher standard for law enforcement.
Thank you.
And part of that is not getting angry
Yes.
when they insult your mama.
Exactly. because that's all they're trying to do. They're literally doing that to get that reaction out of you. And if you turn around and make it legal to be able to do that, then at what point does it stop?
Exactly.
At what point does it go from, well, we were stopping a riotous situation
To that guy said my mom was fat.
Yeah, but I'm saying where does that line go? Like that's so nuanced at that point.
Yeah.
Because then, somebody could literally get a beat down physically and let's be honest, in most of those situations, it's a regular everyday American in just regular plain clothes against what you see, at least in pictures and on the news, is up against some guy in SWAT gear. The guy that's in the regular American has got no chance against a dude in SWAT gear.
Right.
Now you've allowed him to be able to...
The guy in SWAT gear.
Yeah, to be able to attack
Swing.
now, to take a
swing.
swing now.
Yeah. Nope.
Do you think that one swing is going to be the only one he does?
That is not going to be good.
And then you're still going to haul him off and arrest him? I'm sorry. It's
sorry.
I get it. You're right. People
It's
shouldn't
not
be
nice.
People shouldn't be doing that. It is not nice.
Yes.
It is an ugly thing.
It is
Do you
mean.
know how you fix that? As a parent, you do your job and you raise your child. You don't leave it up to the government. You don't leave it up to the state. You don't leave it up to schools. You don't leave it up to TV. You don't leave it up to the iPads. You raise those children. You teach them right from wrong.
Yep.
You tell them this is how you treat people in society, especially people in uniform.
And if they don't, then you go as the parent and you whoop that tail.
Yes, because I promise you this, it is a lot smarter and easier to get the point across at whooping a little kid's tail at a young age than it is to try and have him get his ass beat by a police officer in his late teens, early 20s.
Right. Because that's going to be fun.
At least the young kid will have a chance of changing his mind, going, oh, I don't like getting spanked. I should stop that.
Right.
As opposed to the young adult, and I use that term loosely, who then just gets more solidified and grounded in their loathing and hatred for the cop.
Fox News reported that the bill kept language making a person guilty of disorderly conduct, a Class B misdemeanor, if they accost, insult, taunt, or challenge an officer of the law with offenses or derisive words.
Oh, God.
Or by gestures or other physical once again, okay.
The physical contact
Physical
is already there.
contact is already there.
Yeah,
all right?
that's called assault.
That's assault. Done. The moment you touch a cop without them wanting you to,
Yeah, it's
it's
already
immediately
there.
it's done. You're done and over with.
This whole with offensive or derisive words or gestures or
That's like when you do this number.
or flipping them off or saying something about their mother.
All right.
That's the point. They're trying to antagonize you so they can then turn around and call the ACLU. And do you really think for a second that even if they pass this, do you think even for a second if Kentucky passes this, and this
it would
works,
never get through.
It would, no, but I'm saying let's just play a game and say it does.
Right.
The ACLU would be knocking it down left and right every single time,
Oh yeah, they'd be cracking skulls.
all day long. And it'd be the one,
Metaphorically.
it'd be one of the,
Metaphorically.
yeah, and it would be one of the few times I'm with the ACLU on it
Because it doesn't make any sense.
because you are literally infringing on a right.
That's correct. And it may not, once again,
Doesn't make them right.
you have to understand, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if it's a right, we're supposed to be the ones that protect it,
Yeah.
even if we don't like what the person is doing with it.
Yeah. Remember the point of the amendments, the right to free speech and the right to bear arms and all of this stuff. That stuff is to protect
You.
well, not just you, but it protects the speech that you don't like.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not to protect the speech you do.
Because
It's
the
not
one
to
you do
protect-
doesn't matter.
Yes, because if you and everyone around you are all agreeing on it, there's nothing to protect.
Right.
But if someone else comes along or you come along and you say, oh, well, I don't agree, that's when
That's
free
your own
speech
fault.
kicks in.
That's it. That's your own fault then.
Yeah, free speech is protected when it's stuff that you don't agree to, period. And that includes having somebody trying to antagonize you and say something about your mother or whatever.
Yeah.
They can say what they want to. It makes them douchey. It shows exactly the type of person they are. And again, that little nugget falls at the feet of the parents, and it will forever fall at the feet of the parents.
Until they hit 18.
And well, no, even then, it's
No.
still even once they're grown up, and I will still blame the parents and be like, it is your fault that he is a douchebag.
Well,
It is your fault.
I will say it this way. There has to be a point where the person has to take
Oh
responsibility.
no!
for
I'm
themselves.
giving that, but I'm saying you will always,
Even if you raise the person right, some people just don't turn.
and it does.
They don't turn out.
Yeah, and that's how it is. It's you still, and you're right. You don't always know all of them, but I'm pretty much going to go on a limb that more often than not, these kids are not taught right from wrong, and especially not by their parents. They're not taught to treat people as they want to be treated. They're not taught to respect authority. They're not taught any of this stuff. Because why? Why should you? You know?
Yeah.
Everybody else has got some kind of an agenda or something. They feel they have to buck the authority system. And instead of teaching kids that you have to know how to follow
Authority.
before you can learn to defy it.
Or to be it.
Or to be it. Yeah.
You have to first follow before you can lead.
Yeah.
And if you want to lead anybody anywhere, even if it is in defiance of the current leadership, you have to know how to follow that leadership first, because you have to understand why that leadership is the way it is.
Yeah. No, I just, this is, and I completely understand why these police officers, and I get the idea behind it. I'm with you.
Until a certain point, yeah.
People shouldn't be doing that, but to actually attempt to pass a law to force people to be able to, or to enable a cop to respond like that.
Okay.
You're
can respond with this.
You're asking. It'll start here, and I promise you, it will end with literal thought type police stuff.
Right. So here's where we go. This is how we nutshell. We completely understand it,
Yeah.
but we cannot condone it.
Absolutely. I'm. It sucks. It truly sucks. But
It does.
You can't. You're not going to fix it. As we've said a million times before, you cannot rule or imply morality
Into the public.
into the public through legislation.
Right.
You can't. You
can't
cannot
legislate
force it.
morality.
You can't. That's how I was trying. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go.
Coffee is not kicked in yet.
Yeah.
You cannot legislate morality, period. And that's what this is.
Yeah.
And again, completely understand, but I can't go down there with you.
Be the Neanderthal from SAV. Does this mean, quote, pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon, will become a federal hate crime? No, it's state. State crime.
Yeah, it's a state thing.
And Class B misdemeanor. Encino Slug over there on the Twitters. In fairness, if a guy being arrested starts screaming out the officer's home address, he deserves a beatdown.
Yeah.
Once again, I understand you. But I cannot condone it. At least, not from the officer.
And I'm of the type too that at the point of them being arrested, cuffs, they're being, held down, cuffs are being put on, that sort of thing.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever, fists are flown, or elbows get knocked up heads or whatever. Like I'm not there. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Don't know anything about that.
Yeah. So I sure,
I don't know about that one. That
accidentally, kick them in the knee or
accidentally
bump
ran
their
his
head
head
into
through
the
that
window
window. Yeah.
or something. It's an accident.
it didn't matter.
It happens.
He tripped.
It happens. Like I got that, but to condone the outright, attacking
Straight up to attack.
Yeah, allowing a police officer to basically attack a civilian because they've said something.
Nope.
Nope.
Can't happen.
Can't do that.
No.
I'm telling you, you're asking for it. And it starts off good. It starts off right. And it starts off decent now. And before long, they're brown shirts.
That's it.
And you don't come back from that.
Before long, you just literally, it's everybody for themselves.
Exactly. And like I said, you don't come back from that, at least not very well.
No, and when you do, it takes 30, 40, 50, 120 years to really catch up to what you were doing.
Yeah, sadly. So,
That
but
point.
maybe hopefully we never get there,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's dangerous. Don't
It
do
is.
it. Don't do it, Kentucky.
Don't be like that.
Don't be
Stop
that.
it.
You're better than this, Kentucky.
You really are.
Don't do it.
You should be anyway.
I need to cut my hair.
Yeah, you do. Getting a little fuzzy.
Yeah, it's too long up here.
A little fuzzy up there.
Well, when I can pull this back and lay it down tight and it sticks up.
Oh, yeah, you see
That drives me
little buds.
nuts.
See little buds and spikes.
Yeah, if the sides are not plush, I don't like it. Don't like it to turn.
It's not good, you know.
Oh, it's
magic.
magic. You know.
You know. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yep, it's Friday.
It is Friday. That's very true. Couple minutes here.
It's Friday. Doopy doop doop boo boo. I like how people went for TV show instead of the movie.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
If you're going to survive out there, you've really got to know where your towel is.
At all times, you need to have a towel.
Is it bad that I don't take a towel everywhere I go? I should.
You need to know where your towel is.
I should. Well, I do. I just never. You're supposed to have.
Is it nearby?
No,
Could you grab somebody else's towel?
no, not always.
Oh. Then, yeah, I guess it is bad. I
I need to start bringing a towel to work.
Just put it in the car.
No, I'll put that little thing. I'll tuck it into my belt.
Oh, and just have it around all over the place here.
Say something. Say
I'm
something.
giving up on you. Wherever you go, I'm going to.
Going to what?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, I was getting a little excited there for a moment.
Wait, what?
Thought you were going to do something.
Nah. Well, I mean, this magic moment.
This is Defenders Live.
Oh my goodness!
By the way,
it's Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday, and thank you over to Deplorables Radio. It's their Facebook page.
Yeah, for letting us start going live on there.
Yeah,
now.
we're now live on the
Ha-ha.
Deplorables Radio Facebook page, so that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
You know, anywhere we can reach out and get into, love to do that. And if that's something that you want,
Anywhere we can stick it in, we love being.
yeah, we're definitely we are the key master. We are looking for the gatekeepers.
We are always looking for the gatekeeper.
Yep. So
we can let out Gozer.
that's right.
Oh,
That's wrong. That's just so wrong.
I look at the look. At least we're not Sigourney Weaver in this situation.
It's very true.
I mean,
It's very true. She was pretty manly though. Not in that movie, but
no. Well, it was the '80s,
it was the 80s.
and that's kind of what made it that way.
She had to be the manly woman.
No, but she wasn't manly. Like,
But she was in the other movies that she was in.
some of them there were. When
Yeah.
she shaved her head
it was
for
like
Alien,
that was it.
I was like, man.
That was it.
But, however,
And
and as she has, how do I want to describe her now? The being, and I want she's because she's not in the twilight of life, in her prime, I guess, and
the
currently as she sits right now,
she's a very feminine lady.
She's looking good.
What? What?
Yeah, she's actually got some meat on her bones now.
I have to know.
You
all
did.
right?
She there. Let's just say that she is. I believe there have been some purchases made.
Oh, she's made some purchases.
At least two.
Okay.
At least two.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no. You really want to tell it? You would have to go to the Sigourney Weaver from what was that movie? Galaxy Quest.
Well, that's not new.
No, that's not new, but that was when I first noticed that she apparently had, in her mid 40s, early 50s, had blossomed finally. Because see there, right there, from Alien. Look right there.
Yeah.
Right here.
That's one. That's very one.
Very
that's
manly.
different.
Very.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And then she got a little bit more feminine.
And then she finally,
But I don't, no.
she blossomed finally at or around Galaxy Quest and has
But
since been kind of
technically she also can.
an aunt motherly type.
I mean, you could also say that she looks like Richard Simmons' cousin.
You know what it is?
know?
It's because her around her mouth and her cheeks.
She's
are
got a
all so
very
tight.
strong. Oh, she's got a very strong face.
Yes,
Like a very strong face. If we're talking like, she's a masculine face, man.
like she has
her
to.
jaw is stronger than any of ours.
I think she
than either of
it's like the especially like again through the mouth and the cheek area is so tight and so pulled so tight naturally that
right.
I can imagine how much chapstick she has to go through.
It's a lot.
A lot.
It's a lot.
Because
I'm saying she's got a square jaw, man.
she does.
She has the manliest jaw
I'm
I've
jealous.
seen on anybody.
Yeah, there are men that don't have.
I don't.
I don't.
Like, I don't at all. I look like a baby face.
It's not fair.
It really isn't. She's got the manliest jaw I've ever seen.
I have to hide mine under a beard, and it still doesn't. Still doesn't work very well.
Because it's the beard.
I know, because the beard trumps it all.
Anyway,
Don't hate.
No, I don't. I can't grow one, so I can't hate.
But no, that's you can't grow one, so you absolutely can hate. It's the people who can and choose not to.
Oh, okay. So I can.
You can.
I can because I can't.
You have a right to be upset about it.
Because I can't.
Because you can't.
There's also the beard envies.
Yes, that's what I mean.
yeah.
Now, if you could grow it
And I don't.
and you don't,
That's my own fault.
That is your fault.
Right.
However, if God has so decided that your genetics does not allow you to be able to grow
A beard.
a luscious mane across your face,
Cannot. Nope.
then that's not your fault.
Well, thank you.
And you have the right at that point to be at least a tad upset, miffed, bummed,
slightly perturbed.
jaded. Maybe.
I like jaded, yeah.
Something.
Jaded sounds good. We can do that.
You could do that. But yeah. So there you go.
But I've gotten over it, so it's okay.
Yeah. It's
fine.
you accepted as many years
So many things.
many years ago.
Yeah. So it's been a few years since Democrats have championed the Pound Me Too.
God, yeah.
And the Pound Believe All Women.
Yeah, it's funny how the Pound Me Too movement is. It feels still like yesterday.
It's so long.
Doesn't it though? Like
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. What?
no, I would argue that song does not fit right now.
Does not hit that?
I don't think there is a person within the sound of my voice that could go, you know what? No, it's not that. It really is hard to say goodbye to last year.
Yeah. Well,
No.
for them specifically, it is.
No,
Because it's
not.
been so long.
And it gotten so far.
Right. And in
but
the
the
end,
end, it didn't really matter.
Exactly. So it is hard for them to say goodbye to yesterday.
Uh-huh.
See, this is what I'm. The whole believe all women thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that. Believe
All
women.
women, all the time. Believe
Every
every
single
woman,
one.
every single woman out there, believe them
Yeah, you have to.
without a doubt,
No questions asked.
no matter what happens.
Whatever she says is
Is
gospel.
honest, God, honest.
Because a woman,
Yeah.
or a
Hear
man
them
too,
roar. Yeah.
a man too, but
Well, it
people,
depends.
humans would never lie, especially for personal gain.
What?
I'm just saying that would never happen.
Yeah.
Never.
Okay.
You would never hear that.
And you've heard that 3 is the magic number, right?
Yeah,
3 is the magic number.
it is the magic number.
Well, this week, a third woman came out against
third woman.
third woman.
Rumen? Is it Whitmer from?
Whitmer. Yeah. Yeah. No. A third woman came out and accused the Cuomos
Oh, God.
again of sexual harassment. And the funny thing is,
Is it really that funny?
there are people that are saying, no, it's not 3, it's 4. It's not 3, it's 4.
4.
It's 4. 4 is the magic number, is what they're saying now.
No, I distinctly recall it.
They're saying 3 is the magic number. I know, but 4 is
3 is the magic
They're
number.
saying 4
Wasn't there a
is the
song?
they're
by
a
that?
magic
There was-
number. They're saying that 4 is the magic number, and
Well, but
we need to remember what's going on here.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is.
yes, it is
It's a magic number.
magic number.
Somewhere in the ancient mystic trinity, you get 3 as a magic number.
All right, I need to stop that before we get kicked on all sides.
But it is 3 is the magic number.
3 is the magic number, unless you're a politician.
You know, because 1 is the loneliest number you can ever
2
do.
can be as bad as 1.
But it's not as lonely as the number 1.
That's right.
It's not, So, but that's why 3 is the magic number.
Correct. 3 is the magic number.
Except for apparently when it's
Not.
intentionally trying to oust.
Sexual assault.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I can't be the only person who feels deep down in their bones
Mm-hmm.
that if these things were legitimate, if they were really cause for concern, that they wouldn't all pretty much come out at one time.
At the very same time.
Yeah, or at least very close together. Not here comes 1. Oh, nothing happened.
Here comes 2.
Here comes 2. Nothing happened. How about this? Here comes 3. No, that didn't happen either. Like, it wouldn't be doing that. They wouldn't just kind of keep feeding it one at a time until it worked. It would be, okay, fine. The first one comes out and breaks that ice, and she's fine.
Yeah.
Fine,
Right,
fine.
sure.
But then usually after that, it'd be like, oh, there's 5 more women got together and said, you know what? We're all part of it too. Like, it would all kind of woof at one time.
It would be like what is that type of court case where everybody joins together?
class action.
Class action lawsuits. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like a class action where everybody jumps in at once.
Yes.
It
You have
says-
that one person lead the way, and the rest of it is class action.
They literally dogpile on the whole thing.
Yeah. That's why I don't believe that this is as bad or as everything
Well, to
as
me,
they're making it out to be.
to me, they're using this as a way to potentially get rid of Cuomo.
Again, taking advantage of the women who are actually, not even taking advantage, but you're damaging the credibility of these women, of women who are sexually assaulted, who actually are,
Yeah. Damaged.
damaged from issues at work and things like that.
Yes.
Like, but then you turn around and go, well, we're trying to, put women first, women's rights. Women have the right to, choose what they decide what they want to do with their body and blah, 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 blah. You can do all this stuff except for apparently this. I just, I don't know. It's so fascinating to me that they wanted him so badly. They wanted Cuomo in there for so long. And then now they're like, oh, no, we can't do this. We got to hurry.
No, that's not how it is.
You've made your bed. Now sleep in it.
Right.
But they don't want to, just like everything else. The ends justify the means. They don't care how they get this guy out.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care anything like that. It's just get him out.
Right.
Get
Has
him
to be
going.
gone. That has to be done. Done and over.
Yeah.
Can't, no more.
Or at least to the point that where if he does stick it out, he doesn't come back after, the next election.
Sure.
But
I digress.
wow. So
Yeah.
3 is not the magic number.
No, 3 is definitely not the magic number. Apparently it's 4. 4 strikes and you're out. Thanks, Kevin, over there on the
That's not no, that's not how that works.
what?
That's not that's not the rule in baseball. It's not 4 strikes. It's
It's
3
4,
strikes.
It's 4, no, it's definitely
It's-
4 strikes.
No, it's 3 strikes. It's 4 balls.
No, there's only 2 balls.
4.
2.
4.
Well, there's really only 1.
Ew. No, it's 4.
Yeah, well,
You
that's
have 4
foul.
balls. You can walk to first base on 4 balls, or you can you get struck out at 3 strikes. But the 4 balls are crucial. It's very important.
It's very important to get those 4 balls.
If you don't have 4 balls, you can't go to first base.
What if you're foul?
I'm sure there's a website out there for it somewhere.
Sure there is. Sure there is.
Adam W. Johnson over Twitter. And ABC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Correct.
And I'm assuming ABC stands for Salt Boy Cuomo.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It could also, well,
It would be a good song to fit, but, Boy Cuomo just makes me think of Brian Boitano now.
What would Brian Boitano do?
What would Brian Boitano do?
He would kick an ass or two.
Because that's what Brian Boitano would do.
James.
I feel like we need to use it.
I need to, no, James.
What? What am I missing?
James got APR coffee. He got the Mardi Gras.
Okay.
And he forgot about the baby Jesus.
Oh, no.
He forgot about the baby Jesus.
Oh, no.
He found ground baby Jesus in his
Oh, no.
coffee grounds.
Well, as long as you're filtering it, you should be fine.
Right, but still no bad.
We don't chop up baby Jesus.
You don't destroy baby Jesus. You pray to little baby Jesus, especially if you're
A little 8-pound, 5-ounce newborn baby Jesus.
right.
His little golden huggies.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm planning on, I used to get the Mardi Gras, the Fat Tuesday, the King's Cake.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get that a lot. And so I started collecting the baby Jesuses, and I was going to get to a point where I was going to send them all back to DM. Every effing one of them.
Here's a whole mess of baby Jesus.
Here, we're saving you money and sending them back to you. So you don't have to keep buying more of them. You can just dump them back into somebody else's new thing.
Just sanitize and go.
I think it's a genius idea, actually.
Yeah, I think so. But then again, you stopped buying it.
I wonder if it,
You stopped buying the King's
No,
Cake,
I
right?
did, yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
so
Well,
that's
only
why.
because there's so many other flavors to choose from that I figured it was time to stop trying to be a creature of habit.
Right. You needed to have new stuff.
I need to order some desperately. I think I have a pot full left, and that's it.
Peekaboo the Snarky Jackal on the Twitters. Walking to first base on 4 balls sounds very painful.
I mean, if you can walk anywhere with 4 balls, you're pretty much used to it by that point.
You must be.
I would think.
Yeah.
It could be wrong.
Could be like elephantitis.
Oh, God.
You just get used to it after a while.
Kevin Hutch is over on Twitter. 3 Dog Night, Third Eye Blind, 3 Doors Down, 3 Blind Mice.
It's been a long day's night.
Yeah, the point is 3 is the magic number because
Yes, it is.
you don't hear them. It's not 4 Dog Night,
Right. Well, I mean, it takes 3 legs to make a tripod or to make a table stand.
but it is the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
That's right. That's where it all goes wrong. Yeah. It's like 7 is a holy number, but 6. Oh no.
Oh no! Well, if you're 3 6s,
Well, that's after. Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I just I'm thinking of the 4 Horsemen again.
Oh, don't forget about the Trinity.
Oh yeah, they mentioned that. That's why they don't play that no more.
That's right.
Did I tell you what me and my sisters are doing with the 4 Horsemen?
Mm-mm.
So, real fast. So we're all I'm almost 8 kids, and what we would love to do, me and my sisters have talked about how great would it be
Right.
to kind of have a tag,
Tag.
like a tattoo that fits us all.
Oh, like each one of you claimed to be one of them, or
Close. Well, so the original plan that my 2 sisters came up with, or 2 of my sisters came up with, was that every one of us children should get a tattoo of a slice of pizza on us because 8 slices make a whole pizza. So they're like, we should get pizza slices.
Right. Sure. Okay.
And I said no.
No, that doesn't
I'm
work.
not getting
A
pizza
pizza.
slice on me. That's just dumb.
That's silly.
I don't do those kinds of things. I can't.
And plus,
do that.
people cut it into 6s.
Well, it depends on the size. Well, see, that's what we started going down the list. So I've got a brother who's a pastor in Texas,
Yeah.
and there's no way he's getting a tattoo. It's
Right,
just,
right,
it's
right,
not part of the thing. He won't do it, and that's fine. He won't. I got another brother of mine. He has nothing personal against him. It's just not his thing. So he's not.
No,
gonna get
he's
it.
out. Okay.
I've got at least another brother right now. It's only 15, so he's way too young. That's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, you could just wait a few years.
Maybe. Then I got another brother who's not really into him right now. He might do it, but he's not at the moment. He's not into him. So I'm like, it's not going to even
So you
be.
got 4 out of the 4 out of the 8.
Yeah. So I'm like, we're not going to be a small pizza. I'm not doing that. And so we start going down the list of things that we were going to do. Like originally, how funny would it be if we were the 7 deadly sins?
But they're 8.
They're 8. Well, we were trying to do. We went that
You were
route
gonna get
next.
rid of. You're gonna get rid of the pastor.
the
Because
pastor brother because there's no way in hell
Right.
he's
Okay.
gonna
I
have.
got you. So 7's good there.
So 7 would have worked there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we were going to be the seven
Yeah,
deadly sins.
yeah.
And then that's when we started going down the list of the one of the brothers, it's not his
This
thing,
and that.
and yada yada.
Yeah.
So me and my 3 sisters have decided that what we're going to do is each of us are going to have our own individual horsemen from the apocalypse. We actually drew like
Is
straws and picked.
So which?
I have death.
Oh, it's just straight death.
I got straight death. So it works out great for me. I just literally
That's perfect.
I get the Reaper on me and I'm done. It works out perfect.
Well, he has to be on a horse.
Of course. Well,
Has to be a skeleton horse.
damn, you're right. It does.
The Reaper comes riding on a horse.
On a black horse,
on
yeah.
a black horse or a skeletal horse. Yeah.
Yeah. But I got death and
7 dwarves.
that's a good one. I would have been stuck with Dopey though, and I definitely wasn't going to do that.
You were or
No.
sleepy. It could have been.
No, I would have been Dopey. They'd have
Yeah.
got me for Dopey for sure.
No problem.
Anybody who knows me well enough knows why that would be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes.
Um,
Obviously.
But no. So I didn't. Obviously, I got other sisters who, as ironic as my sister who. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was my sister who's in the medical field has actually got pestilence.
That makes sense.
It was just
that
the way
makes a lot of sense.
It's just the way it fell.
See,
It was accidental.
I think the way that it falls works perfect.
Yeah, and then the other two are like,
Whatever. Either one.
whatever. And famine and hold on, death, famine, pestilence, and war.
War. Yeah.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Actually, it turns out the one who is in the medical field, as far as like the paramedic,
Yeah.
has war.
They have war.
Yeah, she has war.
Oh, that's not bad.
So she desperately has to hide that. We haven't got him yet, but it's I know
It's gonna have to hide it.
I
You're
just
gonna have to hide
wasted
it.
10 minutes explaining something stupid like that. I know.
That's fine. It's okay. It's Friday. That's kind of the thing. Kathy and the Berg over there wanting to know if it was gonna be hot and ready pizza.
Okay. Here's the deal, and Doc is gonna roll over in his grave. But I like the hot and readies.
I think he actually did too, and that's why he made fun of it.
I don't know, but I like it, especially with now that they have the little thing where you can order it all from your phone and you walk in and when it's
already
ready.
there.
And it's not only is it there, but they put it in this heated cabinet and all you do is punch in your order number and it opens up for you and you just grab it and walk out. And you can always tell that the people who've never used it before because they're standing there in complete shock.
They're like,
That's what that's for.
that's amazing.
And they still never use it. Yeah, no, I love, and you get the stuffed crust for $9. Please, it's fantastic.
Well, I mean, it's cheap material, cheap everything else. And speaking of cheap, an explosive report has been released about the by the New York Times.
Okay.
On Thursday.
Okay, what about exactly?
On top of the AIDS, all the stuff, the embattled New York Governor Andrew Lord Cuomo.
Good Lord, how hard are you gonna stumble on that?
I'm just
one?
gonna keep going. That's all I'm gonna do. The Lord Andrew Cuomo.
Lord, His Excellency, Governor Almighty Cuomo.
That guy. They had to rewrite a report that was prepared by the New York Department of Health officials in June to omit many of the nursing home deaths that had occurred in the state.
Okay, at the risk of sounding very callous,
Uh-huh.
and so what?
Well,
So what?
They just came out with it.
No, but so what?
They just came out
hold on,
with it.
So what? We knew Cuomo lied.
But they just came out
knew
with it.
But we knew this. It's not a secret. He lied. Like it.
Duh.
Who cares?
It was his fault.
Is it really explosive if another aide comes out and goes, "Yes, I was the one who wrote the letter and did all this stuff, and that's what we're doing."
It was directly under his turtle.
Shut up. We knew this was. At this point, does it matter who officially wrote the first note about it? Does it matter how it was done and implemented? The fact of the matter is it fell at Cuomo's feet. He knew, he did it intentionally. This is all on him.
It's funny because a bunch of dead people fell at his feet too.
Oh, that might have been too soon.
It might have been too soon.
Too soon.
My wife almost dropped something in the corner over there. I don't know what it is about like Fridays or something, but apparently my family can't sit still.
On a Friday. It's
On a
because
Friday?
they've sat still the entire week and they're like, you know what? It's almost the weekend. We're
Come on.
excited.
We were out and about most of the day. We even went to Red Robin.
Red Robin. Yum.
Yeah, that. We went there.
I'm jealous. Well, I can't say nothing. We went to the Mexican feast, whatever, over in Lewisburg.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I
buddy.
Can't do it.
I know you can't. I did it for you.
Thank you.
I took
It
one.
was
for-
okay.
I did. I took the girlfriend out on a date because her girls are with their dad.
That's good.
I don't pick my boys up until Saturday night.
Yeah.
So
Well, good.
we went on a datey date and then we got here and then she left me for Walmart. So
I think the only thing I can have at that place is like the steak quesadillas.
yeah.
That's pretty much it.
And you have to be careful with that because I think they still they cross contaminate a lot of the utensils and stuff between.
Yeah,
They say they don't, and they're saying they're not supposed to, but they do.
Yeah, utensils aren't that big of a deal for me. It's mainly just.
Wait a minute, hold on, stop. You're telling no, that's a lie. You can't tell me that the utensil cross contamination is not an issue for you. However, you can't have certain brands of turkey because they're raised around chickens.
It's not raised around chickens. No, it's because they're literally processed in the same plant.
What's the difference?
That's constant use over years of that same machine.
Yeah, but what's the difference? What's the difference between a machine that's constantly doing that and somebody who runs a restaurant who goes, I got some steak right here. Oh, this one needs to. And
That's
what's the difference?
that's
the same
just like
thing.
flipping a chicken and then going back through. That's not the same thing.
Same thing.
The exposure is not that bad.
I
The exposure is not as dramatic.
don't know about that.
I do know about that. I've had to deal with this for the entirety of my life. I know about that.
But I'm beginning like it doesn't make sense to me. I'm about to buy an EpiPen and test this theory out.
Really?
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense.
You're gonna buy an EpiPen.
I know.
Like,
that way,
that
we'll
by itself.
yeah, we'll sit here with an EpiPen, and I'm gonna hand you a butterball piece of chicken
I can't. Oh man, I would love to have like not
Yes.
Butterball. No.
because that's the one that you were talking about.
I
That
can't, yeah,
cross
that's-
contaminates with the machinery.
Yeah,
So
right.
I'm gonna get a piece of butterball chicken.
Chicken or turkey?
Well, we'll do we'll do turkey. We'll do turkey, and then we'll
because
get.
that more than likely I will have a reaction.
Well, I was
to
gonna
the
say, hold
turkey.
on. We'll do that. We'll do it with the turkey,
yeah.
and then I'll also get a burrito or whatever from said local Mexican place.
Yep.
Where they intentionally will put your steak on there and
Cook next to it
and,
with the
and not even
chickens.
cook next to it. Use the same utensil to mix and do whatever with chicken, and then come back with it again. And you will bite or eat of both of them, and whichever one you have an anaphylactic shock over
Stabbing.
will stab you and will know the truth. Because
Okay.
if it's not over the butterball,
You know this is gonna have to take like hours, right?
that's
Because
fine.
Well, no, not even that. Okay, so this would have to take at least 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
what I mean by that
we got a
is-
2-hour show
What I mean though is I'll eat the thing,
at the beginning of the show.
and I honestly know within like 20 seconds I know if I'm gonna have a reaction, and so I intentionally I stop eating it.
yeah, all you got to do is have a bite. You're not
That's
eating
the thing.
like the full thing. You're just having a bite.
That's why people have the EpiPen. Well, I know when my body starts to react to something immediately, and I can flush it.
Yeah, but we need to see the reaction.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do. That's the whole
what
point.
What reaction are you going to see? You're going to see me
I'm not
chugging
gonna-
something.
Yeah, but I'm not going to see you go, no, I'm about to have a reaction.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to be like, yep, nope, and then start drinking.
Yeah, but see, you might just do that just to prove wrong.
No, I wouldn't. I'm going to be honest about it. I'm not like #believe all women.
Oh, that's, wow.
I'll be honest about it.
That I don't know. It sounds like a fun challenge, and my brain is like, this would be fantastic.
But
and on
it's
the
not
other
like
hand, it's like
I'm not going to have physical reactions.
you're not going to turn around and look like
not
Will
gonna-
Smith from Stitch.
Right, and I'm not going to look like Violet from.
Oh,
I'm not going to turn around and look like Violet from.
was it that
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Was it Stitch? What was that movie where he was the love doctor?
And he had that was.
Was it Stitch?
Yeah, I think it was Stitch. I think it was Stitch.
No, it can't be. It's gonna bug me now. Somebody's gonna tell me.
Yeah.
But anyway, like that, where he's walking around through Rite Aid,
And he has
like,
he has a
half
reaction.
his
or whatever.
face is exploded.
Yeah.
It's gonna bug me now. It begins with an S. Anyway, AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
That's the place where you can get coffee.
You can. Those are also the sponsors of Mojo 50 and this half of the first half of the show.
And it is historically great coffee at that.
Guaranteed that every time you put it in your mouth, you will swallow.
Oh, yeah.
Go to mojo50.com. Check out all the other great hosts and shows and things going on over there.
Yep.
Constantly growing, constantly moving. Great stuff. It's fantastic. Go to our website, doaeshow.com. Check out everything we've got going on over there. Lots of new things coming up. Lots of changes. We are really, really excited about.
All the stuff
Go
that's coming in
check
line.
that out. We're going to be very appreciative.
Yeah.
Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Use hashtag arm yourselves, especially over on Twitters, as we will live read them as we usually do. Maybe yours will get read as well. We still have a whole nother hour to go. Guys, don't go anywhere. So much more on the side. Happy Friday, y'all. We'll be right back.
It was Hitch.
Hitch. Daggone it.
The wife showed me.
Yeah.
Hitch.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Stitch, but like I
You
couldn't.
had the another.
I knew. I couldn't remember.
Hitch.
Is Hitch.
Hitch.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was a good movie, though.
Yeah.
I liked that movie.
All right, coffee.
No, I'm good on the coffees. Actually, it's tasting funny. I know it's not AVR, so it's not. Yeah, it's not as good.
I mean, it could be better.
I mean, you could top it off. Yeah, what the hell?
I'll top mine off.
Top it off because we made the pot and help you drink it. Because that's what I do. Ooh, gonna top it off. Huh? Yeah, I know. Once bitten, twice shy.
Do do do.
Do 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 boo do do boo do 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 do. Hey, hey, what's the matter? I had to explain that to the girlfriend's daughter the other day because she stopped there and I kept going and she's staring at me. I'm like,
It's
yes.
the rest of the
I said, you
song.
know, there's more to that song, right?
Yeah. No.
She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, TikTok is only 15 seconds. That's what it stops at. They did it on purpose.
Right.
Like, there's so much more to this song.
It's a good song if you actually get into it.
It is. It is. Actually, you know what? Okay. So you remember the no, na, 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 hey, hey,
Yeah.
goodbye. You know, I'm learning. Okay. I feel bad. There's a lot of songs from, the 70s and
Yes.
60s and 70s
Slightly before our era.
that I thought was done by black people that I'm finding out were not black people. So the was it Give Me All Your Lovin' from
Come and get your
No. Give Me All Your Lovin' from the Spencer somebody
yeah,
somebody band, the ones that do like it seems to be at least in the 80s and 90s or the late 90s early 2000s it was all in every Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah.
There's that song. I thought that was a black band. Nope.
No.
I'm talking Casper looking chief.
Yeah, Sweet Whites.
Yeah. So then I find out about I was doing the na 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 song because
No.
Kinsey sent us something.
Also not.
And I read, no. And I'm talking goofy looking Caucasians.
Yeah. Like, really
And I
weird.
can't, and I keep hearing, I'm like, no, that's soul. That's some black folk. And I'm seeing them sing it. I said, that's not right.
I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I'll never back down. I get up when I'm bleeding, ready, breathing. I'll never back down.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
I'll never back down. Thought I was 6 feet under.
So I know I hate to hear this on a Friday,
What's that?
but we've lost something.
We've lost something.
It's dead.
No.
And I know it's a
do you
horrible thing to carry into on a Friday.
Jeez, are we?
I feel it is our duty and it is our responsibility.
Yeah.
Being, the host of a show on this platform and with this box that we have, this platform that we have, this opportunity, it is our responsibility to bring you the sad news.
Okay. So, all right, here we go.
I don't want to have to do this, but it is with a heavy heart that I will read this article, and I will try to keep it together
Thank you.
as best as I can.
Thank you. You're doing good.
So the United States Senate on Friday, well, they rejected an attempt by Bernie Sanders
No.
to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour.
No.
So in essence, they killed it.
It's dead.
The fight for 15 is over.
It's done.
It's dead. At least
It's gone.
as far as we know right now, 7 Democrats and 1 independent senator who caucuses with the Democrats opposed the minimum wage increase. Senators Joe Manchin, Kristen Sinema,
Mm-hmm.
John Tester,
Yeah.
Janine Shaheen, Maggie Hassan,
Yep.
Chris Coons, Tom Carper, and Angus King voted with the Republicans. It's so
This
hard to
is-
get out.
I know it's
They
just,
voted to
it's so bad.
prevent Sanders' proposal from being added to the $1.9 trillion COVID-19 spending bill. Altogether, the Senate voted 58 to 42 against including the $15 minimum wage. And so there, on the Senate floor, it died.
It's done. It is no more.
At least until they decide to bring it back up again and try to attempt to have it rise from the ashes as the phoenix they believe it to be.
Right. Because that's going to be a fight that continues. I mean, the minimum wage increase was-
it died this time around.
Yeah.
It'll be brought back.
Come on,
Just-
the increase was likely to pass 50-50.
Yeah, it won't. Yeah, if it's not going to pass the 50-50 Senate, given Joe Manchin's opposition of the 15-hour minimum wage, because it doesn't do anything. He prefers instead to adopt the $11 an hour minimum wage.
I mean, that's still a jump.
That's a huge jump.
Still a jump.
You have to understand the first problem with doing this is raising it in. Okay, nope. I'm gonna back up. The first problem with the minimum wage is having it at all.
Having it at all.
Period.
Completely bad.
Bad idea.
No good, very bad
Okay.
things.
The second thing is the fact that you're asking for it to jump from the $7 or $8 that it currently is now.
$7.25 right now, yeah.
Yeah, you're to go from there to even $11 an hour. That is a huge jump. It never
big.
goes up that high that fast.
No.
You're talking about an almost instantaneous death of the economy.
I mean, it won't be instantaneous, but it will be
No,
pretty dramatic.
Well, no, I don't know. Because think about it. Think about it everywhere, including places that can afford people right now,
Okay.
will suddenly have to pay people on average an extra $4 an hour out of
Minimum. Yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
That's really not good.
Now, obviously, if you're above the minimum wage, it doesn't apply to you and blah, 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 blah. But
Actually, that's where it makes it even worse.
that's where it will make it even worse, because then you start finding out that people who've worked up to, say, the $11 to $15 range will then
Not get paid anymore. And so now
they won't be
you're
getting
at
paid as
minimum
much
wage again.
Yeah, you're back at the bottom. On top of the fact that you worked your ass off to get to that point, and now some jackwagon is just now getting it just because.
Right. It's not so if you raise the minimum wage, one thing that does not happen is all wages increase. That's not what happens. When you raise the minimum wage, literally the only person that gets a bump is the person at the very bottom of the totem pole. And it also brings everyone else down.
Yep.
Because the moment that you bump up the people at the bottom, who, by the way, yes, they are the majority of workers, low wage workers are the majority of quote unquote workers in America. And the moment you bump them up, everybody else who has education, who has prior experience,
Time and-
who has
time and service
and all the rest of it, all of their funds, all of their things, everything about them that makes their job worth it drops by the same amount.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately, you literally just nullify the fact that somebody had to go get a college degree to get a $20 an hour job.
Again, or even those folks that didn't, who've been working and trying and applying themselves and taking on positions and whatnot in that specific job.
Yeah,
You know, they've worked to get to that $15 or $16 an hour, and now for what?
nothing.
It's literally being handed to these new people.
You might as
and
well
then they're
just
not,
not done anything.
And here's the thing: everybody's like, "Well, you know, you're not supposed to be talking about your own." You know, so every company says that. You know, you keep your pay and your discussions to yourself. Y'all don't have discussions about that kind of thing.
Sure.
Blah 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 blah.
And you should.
And you shouldn't.
Right.
But this is going to be one of those things where you're not going to exactly have a choice.
You
Somebody
have to
who's
talk
been there
about
for
it.
5 years knows that once this law passed, that the next new person that comes in there will be making the same thing that they've worked to get to.
Right.
And you don't think that's going to cause problems? Again, on top of them trying to scramble to suddenly pay for these extra people, stop it. Stop it.
Yep.
Complications, complicating matters for the Democrats was a ruling from the Senate's parliamentarian last week that including a provision to raise the minimum wage in the COVID-19 spending bill would violate the budget reconciliation rules. Democrats invoked budget reconciliation to pass a bill because Republicans didn't support several provisions amounting to nearly $1 trillion of spending that they say is not related to COVID relief. And it's true.
Because it's not.
But if you're going, technically though, if you're going to throw all that other crap in there, why not do the bill to raise it to 15? I mean, I completely think it's a horrible idea.
Right, it's
and-
terrible. But if you're going to do all the rest of it anyway.
Yeah, why would you vote that down?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Although some of the 7 Democrats who voted with Republicans likely support a $15 minimum wage, they are forced to vote against it today to save the larger $1.9 trillion relief bill. And again, that relief is not for the actual American people. That's for, you know, all the special interest groups. And
Oh, I'm relieved.
what, you relieved that we're adding $1.9 billion to the debt?
Oh,
Or trillion to
yeah.
the debt?
Yeah, come on.
That makes you feel better?
Come on. That's great. That's chump change.
True. It's just hanging around in there. I mean, I got $1.9 trillion floating around underneath the seats in my car.
Exactly. You know, hanging around downtown by yourself.
You know, because I'm making my way downtown, walking fast. Faces passing. I'm homebound.
That's right.
No. Duh. No. Quote, there is not one state in our country where you could make ends meet on the current federal minimum wage, No one. That was
That's a lie.
hold on. That is a tweet from Colonel Senator Sanders himself.
Bernie Sanders.
Quote, how quickly would Congress raise the minimum wage if they were forced to live on $7.25 an hour? Outrageous. End
Wait,
quote.
sorry, what?
I love that idea.
How quickly what?
How quickly would Congress raise the minimum wage if they were forced to live on $7.25 an hour? I like that
Honestly,
idea.
Congress should be minimum wage.
They should be. I love that idea.
You guys don't do anything.
Let's do it. Make that happen, Bernie.
There's no point in you guys make millions of dollars basically, and that's after the fact with
Yeah.
all the all the back pay and all the extra money that you get and all the under the table
underhanded stuff.
and
Yeah.
yada yada yada. You guys make millions of dollars. Yeah, I don't even want to pay you, honestly.
Yeah, you don't need to be paid by us. But I go back to because they said nobody can survive on $7.25. Okay,
Yes, they can.
they can.
Yes, I could.
It's not easy.
It sucked.
It does.
It is so tight.
It's very tight, and there's no luxuries. There's no fun stuff. You're
There's
not gonna
nothing.
you're not gonna have cable. You're not gonna have
But, okay.
anything extra. You're gonna
But okay, stop there.
uh-huh.
Stop there.
Yeah.
That's the point. $7.25 is not something you survive on.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum wage is not something you were supposed to survive on. It is not something that you're supposed to live on. You are not supposed to be dead set at $7.25. You are supposed to start at a young age, get into the field, and work your way to a better position.
You know who that $7.25 actually benefits is the people like Steven's mentioning, the high schoolers and those just breaking into the workforce.
Give
that
him
are-
a little
that are
little money.
that are staying at home with mom and dad still. They're
Actually-
continuing their education or whatever. That's who that benefits.
So that's everybody from 18 to
Well,
young,
you can go early- you can go earlier than that.
middle-aged millennial now.
No, you can go earlier.
No,
than
no, no.
that. 15. Because you can start working.
I'm
at about
saying
15.
right now.
Yeah, I'm saying right now. At
Right
about
now.
15 years old.
So, okay.
around here, you can start working. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Time is obviously of the essence.
15 to middle-aged millennial.
A 15-year-old making $7.25 an hour, literally with
Still not
no
getting it.
bills.
Still not getting it.
What do you mean?
15 to middle-aged millennial.
No, I got it. That's
So
the
that
middle-aged part
benefits
scares me.
15 to middle-aged millennial.
I got that, but my point
because
I'm
half the,
focusing on
millennial, half the millennial population is still living in their parents' basement
no,
anyway.
they are. I was ignoring that. I didn't want to.
No, we're going there. If
Keep
we're
wording
going
it.
to go there,
Okay,
that's what
fine.
it
There
is.
we go. Yay!
Yeah,
ha,
we went there.
Middle age.
Ha, ha.
But in all seriousness, the people that benefit from that is your 15, your 16, your 17, even your 18-year-old who's in
Up to maybe like 25.
who's going to school but
Right.
needs to make money. And 99 times out of 10, when you start talking about that kind of stuff, if you're going to school, your stuff is pretty much taken care of. And not everybody, and I understand that.
Right, yeah.
But a good portion of these kids, whether you're in high school or going to college, you really don't have to worry about too much.
Mm-hmm.
Even in college, you at the very least, you might be living in a dorm. You know what I mean? So you've got a place to stay. Odds are that I don't know, I've never been to those kind of colleges, but I'm sure that they've got situations where, you can get scholarships and grants for, food and things like that. There's all kinds of programs and things that you could get to help you along. And you're not supposed, like you said, you're not supposed to stay there. It's supposed to kind of, as I was told years ago when I was unemployed and I tried getting food stamps, it's not food. They're not there to feed you and take care of you. It's supposed to supplement. That's what the minimum wage is there for. It's to supplement what you're already trying to do.
Yeah, it really has nothing to do.
It shouldn't even be there, but if
the
it's going to
minimum
be
wage
there,
shouldn't be there. And when it was created, those who created it
yeah.
didn't say this is something that everybody should aspire to. They said this is the bare minimum, the entry point. This is the start.
Yeah, if $7.25 or if whatever the minimum wage is where your watermark is,
Then you're doing something wrong.
then you have zero purpose in life. And I would seriously recommend you reevaluating your life choices.
Now, if you've had a hard life, like a hard life,
Yeah.
and you're starting over again,
You know-
sucks to. I hate it for you.
I do. I've had to do it several times.
I hate it for you because 725 might be the only place that you can start.
Yeah, but you know what?
At least you started.
It's a start. It's a motivator. You don't want to be there forever, so you work your way up. Because just by raising everything around you doesn't doesn't mean that it makes your life better. Because now, okay, you went from 7 something minimum wage to now 15. Guess what else spikes? Not just the chances of you not having a job anymore, by the way.
Right.
But everything around you, the cost of living and everything now
Everything
jumps that $4.
Right.
You know, proportionally.
$4 to $7
proportionally. Okay, that means if your rent is $450, you bet your bottom dollar it's going to turn around and jump to $750.
Yep.
You're going to be able to afford
If
that.
your
then?
rent is $1,000, guess what?
Yeah,
You're looking at $1,500.
the percentage difference between what you would be paying in rent at minimum wage and everything else to what you would be at 15 an hour after the inflation will be exactly the same. It doesn't matter. Like it's so stupid.
Adam W. Johnson. Speaking of that, I'm going to quit calling it live tweeting and start calling it 40 seconds delay tweeting. By the time I finish typing my thought, you guys are already saying it.
Yeah, well,
Hey, that's good. But that's also 40 seconds delay from you hearing it and us speaking it. So it's actually a 1.5-minute delay.
yeah, sorry, because as it comes out of my mouth, what I say right this second, you're not going to hear for another 40 seconds.
Well, 20,
Well,
I guess. 20
It
seconds.
depends
Yeah,
on,
man.
and it depends on their signal too.
Yeah, signal strength and all the rest of it.
So it might be, but still, it's yeah. So, but you know what they say: all great minds think alike.
That's right.
So
I'm glad that you're there.
yeah,
And I'm glad we're not overthinking, we're not overtaking everything you think of at the same time.
yeah,
But it's good.
yeah.
It's good.
I mean, we could just not read any. If now knowing this, we technically could stop just reading your stuff.
Right. You could just not tweet us
Everything,
anymore.
yeah, everything you pop up, we might as well just stop because we are apparently all on the same page at every moment, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're what is that word?
I don't know. What word are you thinking of? What's the cinnamon word for it?
Exactly where you're together at the same time. It's like synergistic, or
Oh, we're synchronized.
yeah, we're completely synchronized.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Full syncope here.
yeah. That works. I mean, I'm just saying. You know,
That's what we're doing here.
Encino Slug over on Twitter. You don't pay the Congress as it is, Stefan. They're just printing money now.
That's right. That's right. That is true. But it is in the law that they have to get paid. So we can take that out.
We could take and pay whatever.
And I don't know who she's talking to.
I don't
because,
either.
I'm not a Stefan.
No,
So,
but I that's not the point. The point is it no other line of work, and I use that term loosely and with heavy quotation marks.
oh yes,
No other line of work allows you to vote on your own salary increase.
isn't that crazy?
No, I've never seen that anywhere.
The only time where that ever happens is where you're the boss of a company.
And even then, it's not a...
You're not voting. You're just like, I'm taking this.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're kind of entitled to... You earned it.
Right.
So, I don't know.
And they haven't.
And the fact that keeps running that way and nobody says anything is fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody stopped and goes, you know what? This is probably not the best thing to be doing.
Probably not the best. You know what also isn't the best?
Not
a
really.
tweet on Thursday from the MSNBS host, Joy Reid.
Oh, good. This is going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah, she and I quote.
Do you want to really quote?
And I'll quote.
Okay.
I'm not gonna speak her way, but I'm gonna quote it.
No, that's fine.
I'll say it again.
Then quote it and say it.
And I quote.
Okay.
I'll say it again.
Okay.
People on the right would trade all the tax cuts for the ability to openly say the N-word, like in the good old days. To them, not being able to be openly racist and discriminatory without consequences is oppression. Trump is the avatar of this freedom.
Hold on. She knows he's not in office anymore, right? He's not there anymore. Trump is not the president anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Does she know this?
No.
Apparently not.
No, that's because Joe Biden is lump.
He's lump.
Lump.
He's lump.
He's lump.
He's in my head.
No, not in yours, but
He's sniffing some girl's hair, so he's
yeah,
in
it's
their
in
head.
their head. Yeah.
I feel like we should make. I'm really thinking about doing this if I could figure out how to do it. I think we should have a.
Sat alone in a buggy marsh.
No. That's a good one. No, I think we need to put a poll up. I'm gonna figure out. Honestly, we're getting ready to go into the break. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I'm gonna throw a poll up on Twitter and on the Facebooks and everything else.
Yeah, real quick here.
But I think we're going to take a poll and we're going to see, and it's going to be worded as such as a Caucasian.
Yeah.
Would you trade every possible tax cut from now until eternity
Yeah.
to be able to say the N-word?
I don't think it's going to happen, but
No, I just want to throw it out there just to see.
let's see.
You can see if we could do that and word it just like she does. Because here's the deal. I don't know of anybody who wants to say that. And especially even the ones who I know who on occasion have said it don't really come at it from the racist kind of avenue.
Well,
'Cause
it's really combining two things that don't match, right?
Yeah.
Taxes, money, and saying the N-word?
Yeah, which is said constantly in the black community, in rap, on songs, constantly. And that's okay. But anybody else who says it,
Yeah.
it's has to be only racism. Has to be.
It is
Make sure
definitely.
you do if you're gonna try that thing, try
All
word it
tax
just
cuts.
like she said.
Yeah, all
You know.
tax cuts.
Yeah. As a white
For the-
or as a Caucasian individual, would you trade all tax cuts for the ability to openly say the N-word? And then just yes or no.
Yep. As a Caucasian,
That's going to be a poll we'll put up there just to see.
Would you trade
Because
all
I'm
tax cuts?
curious.
for the
Because I think she might be a little bit mistaken. Because again, normal America is not as racist and discriminatory as they like to make them out to be. Not even close.
No, generally not.
Not even close.
Yeah, it's normally not the thing that you would do
No.
at Joy Reid.
I and again, Reed, Pumpkin, Joy. May I call you Joy? May I call you Joy?
Joy. And Joy. It's Joy.
Joy, Trump is not in office anymore. He's not even in the political. Hell, I haven't seen anything of him being on any bit of media anywhere. Even somebody covering a story
Right.
of him
Like
recently.
he hasn't been in the news other than when you specifically,
yeah,
or
yeah.
when somebody activates,
Yeah, when one of you loses your mind about him, Pumpkin, you're letting him live rent free in your brain,
it's not good.
and you need to stop. This is not healthy for you. This is not healthy for anybody who does this. The man is gone. You have succeeded, whether by hook or by crook. You've gotten him gone, and we can argue up till blue in the face as to whether it was fair or not. Whatever. That's not the point. The point is the man is gone. You have succeeded. Let him go, please, for your sanity and the sanity of those around you. Let him go, because you're going to just add more gray hairs. You're going to drive yourself into an early grave.
It really
You're going to literally just stress yourself out, worrying about somebody who I promise you probably hasn't given you a second thought since he's left office.
Hasn't cared about you in the slightest.
No. I could be wrong, but I don't think he has, because you haven't heard word one from him about anything. So, stop it for your sake. We just want to make sure that you're okay. And right now,
Are you though?
I don't think she is. I think I'm worried about you. I feel this, again, worrying about Trump in there like that is It's not good for you.
It's not healthy.
It's not.
It really isn't.
I'd talk to somebody about that if I was you.
Yep. Okay, got it posted up. So go over to that poll, guys.
So there's a poll on Twitter.
There's a poll on Twitter. Go check it out. It's a yes or no. It's very simple.
Yeah. Spread it around. Make sure it get as many answers and stuff as we can.
Right. Because we need
I
it.
think she's full of it.
We need to have this scientific poll here.
Yeah, and we want to know for sure. Is Joy Reid full of snot or not? I think she is.
Yes. Actually, the answer is no. Make sure to press no on that one there.
Oh, no. Don't tell people what to say.
I'm telling you.
I do have a tendency of just picking the wrong answer just to be a douche.
Yeah, press the no because it's no.
I know.
Oh,
B over there. B over the SUV. There's sometimes I miss the bell. I know.
It is.
There's sometimes I will admit
And guess what?
I miss it too.
You still hear it.
Yeah.
You still hear it.
Simpatico is the word I think you were looking for.
Simpatico. Yeah, that's it.
From
Yeah, that's the one.
Adam.
Hey, good job, Adam.
Yeah.
Good catch.
He's the smart one.
See, he's right there on us.
He's all on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody
Smothering
who's,
us
if y'all do the poll, make sure you share it or retweet it
Yeah,
out
share
too.
it, retweet. I did tag the Mojos in it. I tagged both of our accounts.
Yeah.
Used the hashtag, the whole deal.
Yeah.
3 votes. All right.
We've got to figure out why this keeps doing this.
What? I don't know, but I got mine fixed. Just delete it. And
I
add the
know,
other
but
one.
I'm tired of having to keep coming in and deleting it and coming back again. It's
I don't know why it
dumb.
does that. Yeah, because mine actually had yours for a while.
Yes. Why did it do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault.
No, I know that, but it's just dumb.
True.
It doesn't make sense. Why would they be linked up when they're not linked up on any other thing?
Because they are.
How
But
are
they're not?
they're
I don't know.
Stupid computer.
Stupid.
You so stupid.
What's wrong with Joe?
And what's
Coming
bad
back.
is
This is Defenders Live.
oh boy, so we got a poll up on Twitter right now at DOAE Show. As Caucasians, would you trade all your tax cuts for the ability to say the N-word? That as per Joy
Joy
Reid.
Reid.
She posed that question, and she's convinced that we would. That if you are of the lighter skin tone, that you would much rather get rid of every single tax cut humanly possible for the ability to fling the N-word around, and not just to be able to say it without being made to feel guilty, but literally to use it in a racial and derogatory way.
Right.
And personally, I feel that she is
Completely wrong.
She's full of the poo-poos.
Yes.
And
Incredibly so.
yes, so go over there, check that out. It'll be on Facebook here within the next 30, 40 minutes or something like that when I get around to putting it up there on that. Make sure if you vote on that, please share it around, spread it around. I want to get as many answers on this as possible.
Right.
And we'll see. That way, and then Joy Reid is tagged in it. So maybe she'll be able to see the answers.
Maybe she'll reply.
That would be the day. That would be the day.
Look at that. It just rebooted and put yours up there instead.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know. I'm going to add mine back up too.
Wait a minute.
That's because I think this is it because we're adding it back and forth.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because we're sharing the column screen.
No, that's not it.
Watch when you reload, it'll share it up. Anyway, continuing.
I'm
on.
about to find out. Hold on. Son of a bitch, it's there.
Yep, that's what it is.
Well, then I guess I'll just leave it and I'll cover yours up.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you can move mine over.
No,
into
I
the same-
can't because if I change it, it'll. It'll be fine. Either way, it's fine. I don't have anything else to cover, so we're good. Anyway,
Nuh-uh.
yeah.
We're going to figure this out because this is irritating the snot out of me.
Uh-huh.
I don't likes it. I don't likes it.
You don't like it.
Oh, I know why. You stopped using the Googles. Everything you were doing before was on the Googles.
Anyway.
And somehow or another, because we're both using the Safaris.
No, I'm using the Googles.
Where? Not there.
Yeah, that's Googles.
Is it?
Yep.
That doesn't.
Are we really going to talk about this now?
It's bugging the snot out of me.
Well, don't worry about it.
I
It's not a
can't
big
help
deal.
it.
It's not a big deal.
It is. It's Friday, and my brain wanders.
Well, you know who else wanders? Democratic Representative Eric Swalwell.
Does he wander alone?
He is. He wanders a lonely road.
The only road that he's ever known.
That's right.
He doesn't know where it goes.
But
But it's
only
up to him, and he walk
He's all alone.
He's all alone, and he'll walk alone.
That's right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Poor guy.
Yep. So he's out in California, and he's decided that he's going to sue the Donald Trumps.
Speaking of someone letting, someone live rent-free in their brain.
And all of his allies over the Capitol riot.
His allies.
Allies.
Over the Capitol riot.
Yeah, Swallowwell has claimed that the unrest in Washington, D.C. on January 6th caused him to suffer from severe emotional distress.
Allegedly.
What does that mean? What is severe emotional distress?
He's having problems swallowing.
So he's not living up to his name.
That's right.
Oh, darn.
The civil lawsuit filed Thursday in federal courts in Washington alleges
Allegedly.
that the Trump and his allies are responsible for the injury and destruction from the riot at the U.S. Capitol. The suit targets Trump, his personal attorney Rudy Giuliani, Donald Trump Jr., and the Republican Representative Mo Brooks from Alabama for their alleged roles in the January violence at the Capitol.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But again, I'm asking you, what defines severe emotional distress? Like, what are your symptoms? What are your problems? What are you truly suffering from? What is it emotionally that is every time a door closes, do you flinch? Are we worried about, are you now having to sit with your back to a wall?
Yes.
Like I have to?
Yes.
And like many other vets have to?
Mm-hmm.
Are you afraid of loud noises? Explain to me.
Well,
What does severe emotional distress mean?
as the lawsuit reads, quote, Donald Trump, his son Donald Trump Jr., his advisor Rudy Giuliani, and Congressman Mo Brooks, together with many others, defiled the sacrament
The sacrament?
through the campaign of lies and incendiary rhetoric, which led to the sacking of the United States Capitol on January 6th, 2021.
The sacking.
Sacking. Sacrament is actually my biggest. Defiled the sacrament?
What sacrament?
Sacrament is a religious term. I
Yeah.
thought the two shall not touch.
Yeah, that's
by your people. Your people say, and by your people, I mean leftists, say that the two shall not touch. You do not bring religion into...
separation of church and state.
Exactly, even though that's completely out of
And that
context.
completely.
That's what you say.
Together with many others, defiled that sacrament through a campaign of lies and incendiary rhetoric, which again, he was acquitted of.
Right.
So what are you doing?
The complaint continues in claiming for weeks that President Joe Biden and his victory was, in fact, the largest act of fraud in American history. It is. In seeing that some of Trump's supporters were willing to engage in violence in response to such claims, and in using and repeating the false claims of fraud, and at the rally before sending the crowd to the Capitol, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's been acquitted of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was acquitted.
So This is
of
this
being
is,
accountable for
I-
anything.
it's keeps-
You can't be accountable for the actions of another.
No, you can't. Unless you sit there and say, go do this and be specific, you can't do that. And
Right,
he
that's
didn't
not what
do
he
that.
did.
He even ended, please be peaceful.
He said, "Be peaceful and
Shut
go
up.
home."
So this is I'm still hung up on the whole what is severe emotional distress. So I looked it up according to Merriam-Webster online, Merriam-Webster.com, the legal definition of emotional distress: a highly unpleasant emotional reaction as anguish, humiliation, or fury. Damn thing popped up in the middle of it, which results from another's conduct
Oh, somebody actually.
and for which damages may be sought.
Uh-huh.
Also called also emotional harm, mental anguish, mental distress, mental disturbance, and mental suffering. Note, damages may be recoverable for emotional distress that is caused intentionally or negligently.
Right.
Recovery for negligent, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
It still doesn't answer my question. Severe emotional distress.
Uh-huh.
Again, what exactly is going on that causes you in that moment to
Severe emotional distress.
that's again, like I understand it from a veteran standpoint with PTSD and everything else, loud noises, sudden explosions, things like that. There are certain things that trigger it. I got that. Enlighten me, Swallowwell. What exactly are you dealing with that happens that causes you to have those moments of literally what you're trying to equate is PTSD?
Right.
Are you hearing a knock at the door? Is that what bothers you? Like it doesn't make sense. And again, the man was acquitted. He was tried to be impeached for it and acquitted of it. It's over.
Done.
Let it go.
It is no more.
It has ceased to be.
If it wasn't stapled to the post,
You'd be pushing up daisies. I swear to God, I'm about to pull that up and just play it.
constantly.
No, just to let it
Everywhere.
run. Just to let
Every time.
we have the time. I may just, end the show with that. Just let that clip run.
Because that's what you need to hear. Not you guys, but that's what they need to hear. Stop it.
It's so stupid.
What is wrong with you?
Again, whether it was done properly or not, we're not discussing that. The fact of the matter is Donald Trump is no longer president of the United States. The left has won. Why does the left continue to keep holding on to him when all they wanted him was gone?
Well,
It doesn't make sense.
You see, the lawsuit claims that Swallowwell took off his tie and jacket to prepare to engage in physical altercation against the crowd who had infiltrated the Capitol.
Okay, what does that mean? So now he has a issue putting on and taking off his jacket and tie?
Quote, the plaintiff prepared himself for possible hand-to-hand combat as he took off his jacket and tie and searched for makeshift instruments of self-defense. He listened in Chaplin, a veteran of war herself, began praying for the members of the rostrum. As the plaintiff watched this horror unfold, he texted his wife in what he felt could be his last moments, telling her, "I love you very much, and our babies."
Now, I'm not saying that being in that situation couldn't be a scary thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to take that away from him at all.
Sure.
However, I still believe fully 100%, hashtag change my mind, that this was not a setup and stage from get-go. That your people, your fellow colleagues, Mr. Swalwell, allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
They set it up to try and make Trump look bad. The fact that you were not in on that little circle and the fact that you now, air quotes, suffer from this is not Trump's fault.
See, I think he was in on that circle. Trump spokesman Jason Miller told Reuters that Swalwell is a lowlife with no credibility, also going through the fact that Swalwell served as one of the impeachment managers prosecuting Trump, who argued that the former president incited violence on at the Capitol on January 6th during the recent Senate vote.
Failed. Again.
Yeah, that failed. Yeah.
Stop it. I'm so tired of it. They're holding on to this guy, and then they wonder why the right, and they wonder why people are still so adamantly for him. It's not the principle as much as it is the fact that you're selling it. You're making it happen for him. As Jimmy Kimmel said, and we talked about last night, you're opening that door for
This is how it happens.
how he gets reelected or someone very close to that.
People on Facebook. I deleted my Twitter, but the answer is hell no. I know. I get it. You know, the funny thing is, somebody's answered yes, and I think they're doing it just to be a jackhole. Somebody answered yes, and I think they're doing it just to do it now.
Yeah, there's always somebody.
There's always going to
out
be
there.
somebody that's going to do that, but still.
But again, you're just being a douche.
Yeah, speaking of douches,
Yeah, this is sad. Tiffany France.
this is bad.
Yeah, she figured her son would receive a diploma in June
Mm-hmm.
after 4 years of attending Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts. That's a mouthful.
That is a huge name.
That's in West Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
But the station, WBFF,
Report.
aw,
Aw.
BFF.
We're your best friends.
But the news station told France, or said that France was shocked. Shocked, she said, to learn that her 17-year-old passed only 3 classes in 4 years.
3 classes.
3 whole classes.
And only passed them. Didn't do well in them.
He
Just
passed them.
That means
in
got a D
4
or above.
years. Yes. Only has a GPA of 0.13.
So, yeah.
So this kid's GPA is literally
0.
twice the legal alcohol blood intake limit.
Yeah, his GPA is basically 0. It is nothing.
He's dumber than a box of hammers.
Or he decided to do
And I-
absolutely nothing.
And I apologize to all the hammers.
Right.
He's now being sent back to the 9th grade to repeat it.
Again, at the age of 17.
However, even being sent back, even with a GPA of 0.13, he is still ranked near the top half of his class of 120.
I got nothing.
You nothing?
I got nothing.
Okay. What this says about students' rank is besides the point. France told WBFF's Project Baltimore, and she never knew her son was performing, how her son was performing until last month, and assumed that all was well since he kept getting promoted to the next grade.
Yeah.
But now he has to start completely over.
You know, this is actually one of the problems that I have with the Bush administration.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it
No
either.
Child Left Behind. Yeah, everybody remember No Child Left Behind?
Yeah, it
It's,
sounds great when you
doesn't
say
it
it.
though?
No child gets left
no
behind.
child at all left behind.
None.
It's so great. Except for the fact that you can have people that go through school that fail every year
Yeah.
and still graduate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I had this happen. Not to me.
I've seen it happen a couple times too. And then what's funny, it's not funny. This just kind of reiterates how we've been committed. It's funny. I say this is a young black kid
Yes.
from what would be deemed an inner city part of Baltimore.
And he's still in the top 120
Uh-huh.
of his class?
Yeah, well, yeah. I believe, and I was said this. This is how you start getting when you get the government to be deemed as the arbiter of
What is necessary?
what is necessary, what is needed for life.
Yeah.
Because now they're like, don't worry, we're going to let you pass by anyway because it doesn't matter. On the other side, you're going to get promoted. You're going to get
You're going to get a job at
you're-
McDonald's for $7.25,
And we're gonna turn- yeah.
we're going to turn a profit and make it $15 an hour
Exactly.
So you're not gonna have to worry
we're
about
gonna
it.
turn around and throw a little bit of scraps at you for
for the rest of your life.
for food stamps and all these other handout
Mm-hmm.
thingies. But don't worry. And then by doing all this stuff and by taking care of you, you then become our slave.
Right.
You are never
Vote Democrat,
Yeah, you vote Democrat, and we all win, and you continue to
lose.
yeah. And this is what's happened to this kid. Quote, he's stressed, and I am too. This is what the mother told the WBFF. I'm told I'm probably going.
I told him
I'm probably going to start crying. I don't know what to do for him. He didn't fail. The school failed him.
That's true.
The school failed at their job. They failed.
Yep.
They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. They failed. He didn't deserve that.
Actually, he did fail.
He did fail.
He failed.
And ma'am,
they did fail as well.
Uh-huh.
They did fail as well.
Uh-huh.
They failed at not reporting it and just letting him pass.
Well, see, here's the deal: is I have to report something. You mean to tell me in almost 4 years, this kid has never once had a report card sent home? Never.
Never.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Well, here's the thing: her son's transcripts show that, for instance, that he failed Spanish 1, Algebra 1, and English 2, but was promoted.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
What?
You fail English 2. That's your native tongue, Chief. How do you fail that?
Well, it's pretty simple when you don't do a single piece of work.
True.
But was promoted to Spanish 2, Algebra 2, and English 3. That was from WBFFs.
But again, somebody, and I'm going to put, again, I'm going to do this. I'm putting some of the blame on the mom.
You're the mom. You should know.
It is your response. Yes, you can sit here and go, oh, well, they're passing, blah, 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 blah. But if you're not checking, if you're not looking at those grades that are coming in, if you're not holding him to a standard of your own,
right?
And everybody thinks it's such a bad thing. It's not.
It's really not, guys.
You hold a standard at the very least to maintain your house.
Yeah.
And him coming back and going, well, I'm moving up to the next grade is not.
No.
It's not. You're teaching them to mediocrity. You're teaching them that half-assing something is the best way to go.
That the best way to get by is just to let everything pass you by.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Mom, but you have a part to play in this too. Is it as big of one? We can argue the proportional all we want to, but you have a role to play in this too, Pumpkin.
You failed to check
You
your
failed him
students.
too.
You failed to discipline him.
You failed him, the schools failed him, and he failed himself.
Right.
Period.
Now, if you're saying that you never received a call from the school, that you never got a report card, that nothing ever happened, then we have a problem. Because in addition to failing 22 classes, her son was late or absent 272 days. Yet, no one, and by the way, I don't know you guys, but where I live, if you're absent more than 2 days, actually every day you're absent or late, they call your parents.
Yeah, they called me.
They call you immediately. And if you're
I get an email currently.
If you're absent more than 10 days, they start sending letters like, you're going to fail in the next 10 days if you can't get back into class, you know?
Yep.
And then they start calling the parents and trying to figure out. CPS is called. Everything else happens. Like, this is a dramatic situation. It escalates quick.
Something doesn't make sense here. And the fact that she is oblivious to this whole thing. And I understand I don't know this woman's exact situation.
Yeah, it is tragic, whatever it is.
Well, I'm saying, like, it's possible that she's probably the single mom situation, blah blah blah. I don't know for sure, but
it's almost completely likely.
And even if that's the case, the fact of the matter is, it is your responsibility to expect your children to succeed, not just pass. If you teach mediocrity, you can't be shocked at the fact that that's all they're going to do. You teach your children to be mediocre, guess what? They're going to live their life at the minimum wage level.
Yep. And they're going to go back to that past story where they're going to start chanting and parading and berating cops for no reason whatsoever, just so they can get $15 an hour.
And what is it again? You're not teaching them to better themselves.
No.
Not everyone is going to make it. Not everyone is going to hit that bar. But by God, if you don't reach for it, you damn sure will never hit it.
Yeah. And just another little small point here. Going back to the minimum wage thing, you do know that some officers, like, that's their starting pay is 15, right?
Yep. Encino Slug over on Twitter has a very good question.
Well, it's not an actual art school. It's a school of the arts. It's like it's just saying that they're a liberal school.
Yeah, but is it a private school?
No, obviously not.
Why? Obviously,
because private schools have standards.
Yeah, but just because they're private doesn't mean they have that.
They have standards. Like, if this kid failed one, like There is no private school that I know of
Okay.
that will sit there and allow,
allow
a
that
kid,
to happen?
allow a kid to fail and still be a part of their stuff because they're the money that they get.
Yeah.
If they do get anything from public systems at all,
Yeah.
the money that they get is directly related to how they pass.
Yeah. And it's true, but in all this time, only one teacher requested a parent-teacher conference, but France said it never happened.
For 3 years.
3 years.
One teacher for 3
Alleg-
years.
Allegedly.
Quote, I feel like they never gave my son an opportunity. Like if there was an issue with him not advancing or not progressing, that they should have contacted me first 3 years ago. And you're right.
Yes.
But I'm also going to go on a limb and say that at some point or another, you should have been getting something. At the very least, you have the scoring and the test scores and blah, blah, blah. They do it at least 3 times a year.
Right.
And you didn't see any of that?
None
You
of
didn't
it.
look at any of that, and there's no...
Apparently none of it.
You
None of
weren't-
it
You
whatsoever.
weren't talking to your son saying, so what was it like at school? What are your
Yep.
grades like?
Nope.
You're not being proactive. I understand, but this shows the just how bad it is that we have been conditioned to just give this power and authority to raise our children to the state and to the schools. And then now he's having to start over again, and mom has no idea what the hell was ever happening.
It's like, I don't know what's going on.
Because you gave up all of your parentals and parenting rights to the school. You expected them to do your job for you. You thought, oh, well, if they move him on, then it must be fine. No, ma'am. The schools do not work based off the same standards that even you uphold, and that's the problem.
I told my kids flat out, if you come in and with certain grades, if it's lower than a certain point, I don't care what the school says. I'm going to tell them that you have to stay back a year.
I've done that too. I don't care.
Like if you fail, you're staying back.
Yeah, there's no reason to especially with my kids, and I know their strengths and their weaknesses. I know them.
Mm-hmm.
And if especially in your strength area, if you're not at the top, and I'm talking a genuine, real
The best
A,
you can.
if you're not pulling an A on your best,
Then
then we're
done.
gonna have a problem, and we're not gonna just
at least
eat.
a B.
No.
I'm saying at least a
No,
B.
if this is your best, if this is one I see like all day
Like
long,
you're always
like
at a
math,
top
and your
rung.
eyes shut, no calculator, and you're just spitting stuff off the dome.
Okay,
and
sure.
you can't. No, because usually they will start failing there because it's their lack of engagement because
They get
they're
bored.
so good at they get bored,
Yeah, that happens. I know that.
and that's what I'm saying.
I did that.
That's why I say maintain it anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be that hard. Incredibly, transcripts show that France's son is ranked number 62 out of 120 kids.
62.
62. Well,
How?
He's not number one, so there's something.
But he's better than half.
Yeah. That means that literally
Half.
half
58 of them.
of his classmates are actually worse
Than
than
him.
Than him.
And that also means that there's probably not a huge gap between him and the next 20.
Probably not. I would argue, though, that the only upside to this, and it might not even be a genuine thing, we'll have to see how it plays out in these
Jeez.
people's lives, but hopefully with all of this coming out
Yeah.
and becoming mainstream and being talked about and everything else, hopefully the rest of the entire 120 and then some people in that school period, the parents will start going, holy crap, where's my kid at?
Mm-hmm. So here you go right here. Baltimore City Public Schools Administrator, who asked not to be identified for fear of retaliation, told the station the school system failed France's son. Obviously. He says, quote, I get angry. There's nothing but frustration. We see on the news the crimes that occur, the murders, the shootings. We know there are high levels of poverty in Baltimore, but things like this are adding to that. His transcript is not unusual to me. I've seen many transcripts, many report cards like this particular student.
I still go back to the parent. Like, you can't tell me that you just thought that he hits high school and doesn't have a report card anymore.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, but I do. Like, there's so many faults of this. It's not just the school. The school did what the school is paid to do.
And that's to push
That's to push them through.
and babysit.
Yep. You want standards? That's on you, Mom.
Yeah, you
I'm
have
sorry,
to actually set
but that's
that
on
standard.
you.
If your kid doesn't reach your standard, that's one thing. But if you've never set a standard for that kid's life to begin with, then they're going to be dead.
Yeah. France told WBFF her son feels embarrassed. He feels like a failure. Well, duh, because, again, you are.
A failure.
You are a failure.
Yeah, you are.
You were taught, and as sad as it is, you were taught that way, kid. That's the sad part about it. Your mom and everybody else taught you to be a failure.
Right. You were raised into being failed.
And I feel sorry for you, and hopefully you can get your act together and things can get fixed. But
Remember, failure is only temporary unless you fix it.
yeah, it's on you, Chief.
Always.
This show and every show on Mojo is brought to you by American Pride Roasters Coffee.
Oh, that's AmericanPrideRoasters.com.
Check them out. Historically great coffee.
It'll make you swallow every time you put it in your mouth.
Guaranteed. Go to mojo50.com. Check out the great shows and hosts over there. Follow us on our website, doashow.com. You get the archives and the shop and everything, all that good jazz. You can be a Defender with us. Fun stuff over there. Follow us on all the social medias. Like, share, subscribe at DOAE Show.
Don't forget to hit that poll.
Yeah,
Get out there.
Show, on Twitter and all that jazz. Go over there. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll see y'all Monday.
Later.